Welcome back to Big Board. Just a quick update on the Most Fearful Sacrifice, second day, 5 p.m. Things have not progressed as quickly as the Confederate rebel forces perhaps would have liked. They have consolidated most of their weaker units and reduced units in and around Gettysburg to attempt to forestall any counterattacking by 11th Corps that's kind of clustered around here on the hills here. Further off camera, just a little bit over here, we've got elements of 2nd Corps, part of which is looking to make a little bit of an end around, see if we can get a different angle on 12th Corps up on, what is this hill called again? I forget. I should know this. Yeah, Culp's Hill. I have fought over this a couple of times. You know, I think there was, when I played the Last Chance for Victory, was it? I think we played this particular scenario, and we ran up this way and in here on Culp's Hill, and actually got I think we took one hex of Culp's Hill, I believe, and we're looking for a breakthrough to get into the rear. Not as many reinforcements for this section of the map. I've had to send most of them over to Little Round Top, and I'll show you that in a second and explain why there. One thing that had been very slow was Third Corps and 1st Corps' activities here. Just didn't get the rolls we needed to make things happen, and we started to make an advance here and then got pounded by artillery. So that was a little bit of a bummer, bro. That's going on there. Now, further over here on the, we'll call it the left flank. Let me put the camera here just to give us a little bit of a feel for what's going on. I've got to be careful because I've got reinforcements on the edge of the map, and when I lean over, I knock them on the floor. So the Union did not pull back these skirmishes from 3rd Corps, mainly because nothing really happened with 1st. Is that 1st? I can't see from here. Yeah, 1st, they didn't get, I need to double check that was Longstreet. I know what happened. We'll get to it in a sec. So they were not particularly active, and just the bad die rolls for Longstreet in the later part of the turn, I ended up doubling down on Hood, and this is where all the action happened, was in this area here with this part of 1st Corps pushing on this section of the map here. We had some arty duels over on this side of the map, actually, in this section of the map here where the Emmetsburg Road intersects with this other road here. I don't know what the name of it is. It doesn't have a name by the looks of it, but that particular road there. And then Hood, Anderson and Laws and all the boys over here, every time I had an opportunity to activate a brigade or a spare brigade or use my CIC, I did so. And because we kind of stole a little bit of a march with these guys, I went back and double checked my movement, make sure I hadn't moved things too far, and I had in fact moved the artillery too far, because it's basically one hex per activation for these guys in this rough terrain in the woods and rocky woods and steep hills and things. Makes perfect sense. You're trying to shove artillery around the map, but we had to use the roads up to here, and then 1, 2, 3 activations to there. And I think I actually brought some guys down this road as well for a speedy activations. We kind of blew away the units that were in this area here, or they retreated. I don't know why they retreated. Did they retreat that way, or maybe it just went around them? They dropped out of skirmish order. I can't remember now. That was late on the 4 p.m. turn. Anyway, so the exciting or interesting thing was this section of the map. Union forces brought up 5th Corps' Fisher and Day to support Weed, who was here previously. In fact, and other parts of Day, I think, arrived. But then Fisher and McCandless and the Martin artillery all kind of diverted from going to the center of the map and peeled over to Little Round Top, because the Union forces got knocked off a big Round Top, and then next activation that Hood had, he pressed pretty aggressively here. And in the final I don't have the cards out because I've already reshuffled them. But the final activation, I believe, was either Lee, C, and CIC, and I used Hood again, and we were successful with 2 assaults here and here, even going uphill. And that's one thing that is curious about this system, and I wonder if it's a design choice or whatever the case may be by Herman Luttman, but moving through woods, attacking uphill, etc., if you're successful, it doesn't leave you any worse for wear in terms of any sort of fatigue, number one, and number two, any sort of I guess dishevelment or disorganization post-combat. In fact, what happened was Law's unit, this brigade here, was successful with these chaps supporting them, attacking, and they went in and then got a breakthrough combat and then pushed the other units further back as well. So fairly effective combats, but also some of the better units, right? They've all got these 4 and 5 morale ratings versus 5th Corps, basically 3s and 4s. So if you get the right matchups here, it can be fairly deadly. And I was fairly careful to bring Robertson's pretty confident brigade, I guess you would say, into the mix here, and let them get to work on, Day, who only had a 3 rating, and I think there's some artillery here that retreated or had not got moved up yet. So there you go. That's a quick update for you on A Most Fearful Sacrifice, and we will now do our card draws and divisional activation card allocations and all that sort of fun stuff, and get a new deck set, and away we go. Talk to you soon. Roll dice.